Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and honor and glory be to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakak Kodash. And I want to say double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And blessings to the hopeful elect out there listening and learning, also teaching this word in sincerity and truth, in the hopes that we may edify and feed the lambs of Yahweh Shai, especially, in these last days. And pretty much what I wanted to do is I wanted to go into a quick video here that I came across, a couple of articles I wanted to speak on, and it's to do with the RFID technology, which Esau's at it again. You got this whole uproar thing with this whole climate change, and in response to that, now Esau wants to electronically, monitor all beef, and I think they have, farmers are being given a certain time limit, in which they have to, pretty much electronically tag these beef in their air. All right, I think it's called an EID. It's like an electronic air tag that they have to fit it on the cattle. All right, and in response, like I said, in response to climate change, because you can see this is from Natural News. All right, and it says Rep Maisie warns about Fed plan, right, to electronically tag all U.S. cattle, right, to stymie beef production. Okay, in response to, again, climate control, climate change, or whatever you wanna, which again, this is we're in a time of uproars of the people. People, you got Extinction Rebellion, you got climate change protesters, you got all kinds of stuff happening worldwide. All right, and it's only gonna get worse. Which the uproars of the people, that's spoken of in Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, which we're gonna get into back into the article, but I just want to read you this scripture here. All right, because we got to filter these things through biblical prophecy. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measured out a time diligently in itself. And part of giving diligence is doing this work. Being brotherly. Going to the camp, making sure you're teaching at the camp. Making sure you're studying, making sure reading, watching. Being on your watch. Prophesying. That's the diligence that we have to give. Like the Lord said in 2 Peter 1 and 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make thy calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fall. So we have to be diligent. All right. So we got to measure the time. And how do we measure the time? Through articles like this. When we see articles like this, we got to speak on it. All right. Because again, this is this is being pushed out. In the means to calm down the chaos that's being reported about this whole climate change madness. Okay, again, Ordo ab chaos. Esau's at it again, electronically tagging, all the beef. So now these farmers, they got to actually monitor all these beef, that they're actually being produced by tagging them in the air with these RFID tags. Okay, which this is causing a great division. All right, and among those civilians over there, and farmers in the U.S. and protesters and so on and so forth. Okay, which again, so let's go back into that scripture. It says, then shalt thou understand. In fact, let me read verse 1 again. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we're in that time. We ain't in the time of peace. Where the scripture says, Yahweh Shai, he's coming to wage war in Esau's kingdom. And he's coming to save his elect. Okay, and that's us who sincerely believe, Lord willing, we're of the elect. Giving this diligence to make our calling and election sure. All right, that's why, like Elder Apostle Tahar, one of his latest videos, don't throw in the towel. We gotta endure unto the end. You got guys that are getting weak, and we're right at the end, and it's like, hold on a minute, there's so many things that are happening, on a global scale that, lines up perfectly with biblical prophecy, and these are all the signs of the Lord's return. All right, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. So we got to be diligent in how we measure the times. It says, therefore, when they're shut, and there's so much things happening, like the elder brother Ramah, he was saying, there's so much things happening, you can't even catch it all. Like brothers might be sending you article after article, and it's like, whoa, that's happening. Whoa, shit, that's happening. This and that's happening. There's so much stuff going on. It's hard to keep track of it all. But hey, that's why we're a body. We're constantly watching and we're reporting, okay, to see what's happening. All right, it says, Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. Earthquakes, we've been seeing earthquakes. You know, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, he prophesied about the earthquakes before his return. Pestilences, all these different variants and that and whatever. All right, and another thing is they want to put these I'm gonna call them vaccines. They wanna VAX up the cattle, man. All right, so even the food that we're eating is completely polluted. You might be thinking, yeah, I'm eating good, I'm eating that good steak, but guess what? It's being yabbed up. All right, so this food is polluted. Didn't the scripture speak about that in Ezekiel 4? About we shall eat our defiled food defiled, our bread defiled. Let me see if I can get that scripture. All right, and that's an unrighteous decree. See that this is why this devil's got to go, man. All right, Ezekiel 4:13, because he's pushing out these unrighteous decrees, and you know Esau, he controls all these major supermarkets and this and that and whatever. We got to go to him for the want of all things. All right, because we don't own our own land, we don't own our own cattle, man. So Esau, man, he pushes out these regulations. Look what he's making the farmers do. He's making them electronically tag their cattle, making sure that they're V'd up. Okay, come on, man. This place is polluted. The scriptures speak about all the foundations of the earth being out of course. And the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And we've been scattered among the heathen, man. All right, and we're eating our food. Our food is defiled. You might be thinking you're eating good. All right, but then again, you know, the earth's, lacking its, or the food that we're eating. You might be thinking you're eating good greens and this and that, fruits and that and whatever. You know, nutritious meals, which we do the best that we can. But ultimately, man, the food is defiled. Okay, because Esau constantly pushes out these unrighteous decrees. All right, you got that company, Monsanto, genetically modified foods and GMO foods and so on and so forth, man. You know? And Esau just packets it up, puts it on a shelf, and then has you go and buy it, and now you're eating it, you feeding your children. I mean, this is a sad state of affairs, man. We need help. You know, we got to get out of here, man. Esau is destroying the earth. Remember, the scripture says that he is his death. Okay? I know I'm kind of going off into a different point, but let's get back into the article. All right? So let's go straight back into this natural news. And this was put up, by the way, on the 3rd. Oh, no, sorry, the 8th of March. Okay? Put up the 8th. All right, which was yesterday, 2024, man. And you can see the tags: absurd beef, big government, cattle, climate alarmism. You see that? All that climate change stuff, conspiracy cows. You know, it says hidden deep within the new omnibus bill, a secret provision to allow the federal government to electronically tag all cattle in the United States. All right, and soon, you see, this is predictive programming as well. All right, or this is a term called gradualism. They're getting you used to the idea of, hold on a minute, like living with an electronic tag. You know, that's the way of the norm. All right, why should it stop at cattle? Why shouldn't we get tagged, electronically tagged? And that's gonna come in the form of the chip, and they're gonna look to do that. I mean, they do call us, they call you cattle, man. They call you goyim. So there's gonna come a time where Esau's gonna be straight up tagging humans, man, tagging individuals. All right. It says to allow the federal government to electronically tag all cattle in the U.S. All right. It says Rep. Thomas Mazie, all right, warned about the hidden provision on X, stating that lobbyists will receive $15 million in taxpayer funds to unleash the electronic tracking grid on the nation's meat-producing cows and bison. All right, so they're gonna be, look, man, they're pumping millions into this. All right, so these dirty, omnibus bills and the unrighteous decrees. Let me get Isaiah 10. All right, we got to speak about these things. Because this devil is moving with great wrath. And I'm going to get Revelation 12 and 12. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed. So this devil, man, his whole vibration, right, is about a vibration of suffering, doom, gloom, disease, depression, oppression. That's the whole vibration that he embodies on the earth. This is why we need the Lord to come back. Okay, because even on this, it even talks about the VAX in this article. If I can find it, it was somewhere in this article here. Let me see. As stated directly from the omnibus, the agreement. All right, I said omnibus bill, omnibus. That's the word. Excuse me. It says, as stated directly from the omnibus, the agreement directs the department to continue to provide the tags and related infrastructure needed to comply with the federal animal disease traceability rule. All right, all these stupid decrees and legislations and bills, man. All right, including no less than 15 million for electronic identification EID tags. Now I looked up what these EID tags. I looked them up. Electronic tags, and this is what they want to be doing to them. All right, electronic air, tags and that and whatever. EID tags are small button-like tags that are placed in the air. All right, and this is why we've been telling you about the digital ore. Ultimately, Esau, man, he's gonna fit you. He's gonna poke you up, puncture your flesh, and give you that digital ore. All right, which are all in the scriptures. That was if a slave wanted to, remain under his master's house, he would get, he would get pierced. His ear would get pierced through with an ore. All right, and they would pretty much nail him to the door of the house, I believe, in the scriptures. So Esau, Esau knows that, and he's gonna fit people out here with that digital ore. All right, because you will remain a perpetual slave to Esau. See, he's trying to play the Most High. Okay, that's why the Apostle John, or John the Revelator, on the Isle of Patmos, he actually spoke about it. All rich and poor, he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, man. All right, and that no man might buy or sell. So you ain't gonna have the mobility that you have now, the freedom to be able to go into this store, that store, and do this and do that. It's not gonna be like that, bro. Okay, it's not gonna be like that. Because Esau, he's decreeing these unrighteous decrees, and ultimately, he's gonna come with the RFID shit. Let me get that all, because I wanted to. Oh, it's Exodus 21, right? So this is Exodus 21 and 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges, and he shall also bring him to the door, unto the door outpost, and his master shall bore his ear through with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. So Esau, what he wants to do is really wants you to serve him. He's trying to play the Most High. See, everything in the scriptures, Esau takes it and he casts it behind him. All right. See, the Lord created, every herb, bearing seed and so on and so forth. Esau, he'll take that now, throw that. Look, let's genetically modify that. Let's do it the right way. Let's create grapes without seeds. Let's create watermelon without seeds. This guy is a fucking maniac. All right. Now, I know this lesson's kind of going into the wickedness of Esau, but that's all right. That's the spirit, man. That's the script. The scriptures are coming out anyway, so that's all it is. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. So the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. So this is the reason why he has the ability to do this. Okay, the reason why Esau has the ability to do this, let's not forget, he's been given that power. The scripture says in John 3:27, a man can receive nothing except to be given him from heaven. So Esau's been given the ability to do this, man. He's been set up to take peace from the earth. That's why he's decreeing these unrighteous decrees. That's why he's spreading the vibration of death and discomfort throughout the earth. All right, so the 15 million is being pumped into this, right, for these electronic identification for these cows and bison. It says tags and related infrastructure needed for stakeholders to comply to the proposed rule. Use of electronic tags or official identification in cow and bison, right? Should that rule be finalized? It says none of this, warned Rep. Maisie, is legal, and yet the near total apathy of the American people these days means these kind of things are easily possible without so much as a peep from the wider constituency. No law authorizes this. Okay, so you got come on, man, you got a straight up split in the in the US, man. Okay, here it is. It will also be, let me read it from this paragraph here. It will also be used to ensure the introduction of genetics modifying vaccines on a universal basis into the food supply. They're going to put this in your food supply, man, if they ain't already been doing it. So there's so much that this devil's got his red hand in. There's so many pies he's got his red hand in that you can't even count them. This devil, man, I mean, the earth has really been given into the hand of the wicked. And the more you watch and the more you see what this devil's up to, the more you just like, man, that's just the devil. You know? The list just piles up on the shit that he's doing on the earth, bro. This is not just about limiting beef output. It's about ensuring the beef available has the look what it says, that in it. I'm not going to say it, the vaccines in it, man. So the food that you're eating, man, what's the intent, of them putting these things inside the beef that you eat, man, that you're feeding to your children, right? The scripture says never trust thine enemy. You've seen people straight up drop dead off of trusting in Esau. Many times, millions of people worldwide dropping dead off of trusting this devil. Okay? It says, all this constant fighting over the climate, the food supply, and other persistent issues is exhausting, wrote another, which is why increasingly more people seem to support the idea of splitting up the country into two separate entities. Now, you know what scripture comes to mind when you read that? Okay, let me see if I can get it here. All right, because over there in the States right now, you got the country's divided. You got the Republicans and the Democrats. Okay. Straight down the middle. 25 states versus 25 states. Especially with this whole climate. Crossing the borders with the migrant crisis. That's what I wanted to say. The migrant crisis. Okay, which there's speculation as to why they're letting them across the border. Alright? Exchange, citizenship exchange for military service. Right? For the votes, because it's election year. Alright, and so on and so forth. Alright, or just all out chaos, and they can manipulate that chaos in the form of you lining up to take that chip. Alright, because listen, man, it's about to be fucking. That's why they show you movies like The Purge, where crime is just legal. Even over here in the UK, they're saying, look, in response to the overcrowding of these prisons, which I've got to do a video on that, in response to the overcrowding situation of prisons in the UK, they're actually letting people get out of their sentences for people that have committed crimes like burglary, theft, or even like a moderately violent crimes. They're letting them get out early. I think like 35 days early because of overcrowding in the prison systems. All right, so there's going to be all-out chaos, especially in these major cities. Straight death zones out here, man. That's why the scripture says, see them that you walk circumspect, as wise and not as fools. But the Lord is going to have his elect. The scripture says the angels of the Lord encamp about them that fear him and delivereth them. That's in Psalms 34 and 7. Alright, so this is Luke chapter 11 verse 17. It says, but he knowing their thoughts said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? You see that? So this man's kingdom is divided, so that kingdom ain't gonna stand. Straight up talking about splitting the country into two separate entities right here. So this is all biblical prophecy, and the Lord is doing this. The Lord is causing this division, all right? Because ultimately, man, this man's kingdom's done. All right? Give me a second, because this guy wants to move out. One second. All right, so let's keep reading here. It says the anti-beef brigades have been unleashed to rid the world of climate polluting beef. All right, find out more about what they are up to. Green Tyranny News, which I'm gonna put that up in a new tab. Just put that. I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read through that another time. All right. Hey, but so this is happening, man. All right, so let's go to this other article that I have here. Like I said, I don't want to make this too long. This is from Newsweek.com. Plans to track cows raises alarm bells with Republicans. So this, come on, man. Republicans, Democrats, straight split down the middle. They're not with it. All right. And this was put up. When was this one put up now? On the 6th of March. All right. 2 days prior to the other one. It says, amid another possible government shutdown, a passage in an omnibus bill which includes 15 million to electronically tag livestock. So this ain't no joke. This is real. This is in the news. This is what's being reported right now. Okay, the House on Wednesday passed a 460 billion spending bill to fund about half of the federal government through September 30 and avert a partial shutdown at the end of the week. The measure would package together six spending bills to extend funding for dozens of federal programs covering agriculture, energy, and the environment, transportation, right? House, the Justice Department, and veterans. So this is, man, this ultimately, man, that chip is going to tie all of this together. See, this is what they're going to come through the ultimate solution. You don't just chip everything and everyone. And then we don't have to worry about nothing. We don't have to worry about overproduction of cows and bison. We don't have to worry about, criminals being on the run. We're going to know exactly where they are, you know? Criminals, we don't even have to straight up lock them up. In fact, we can offer them the chip in exchange for their freedom because we're going to be able to tag them. Just like they do with the electronic tags that they fit you with when you out there. What's it called? Parole. You might have like a Jake's out of the system, or it's been in the system, been locked up and that. They might get let out, but they might have an electronic tag hooked up to their ankle, but what can solve that is what? The chip. Okay, so we got to speak about these things, man. And again, they're talking about doing it to all these, all your beef and all your bison and all that. So this is what, come on, man, we ain't fucking losing our mind. Listen, man, this isn't, what the apostles have been telling us is this is the truth. Okay, and he calls it, let's get that scripture, man. Right, before I get there, let me get Revelation 12 and 12. Okay, and I'm going to close out. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that ye have but a short time. So this devil's moving, man. He knows that his time is short. And he's coming with that wrath. Okay? That's why, look, man, that's why they're coming out with these unrighteous decrees, man. Okay? They know that their time is short. The prophets are out there cursing them out. The Lord always raise up his prophets, before the downfall of a kingdom. Okay? It was at Jeremiah 28 and 8. It says, Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark, right, which is the charagma, or charagma, in their right hand or in their foreheads, that's a physical implantable device that goes under the skin. All right? That's why they had, with the pestilence, they had the whole track and trace thing. That's why they've been putting up these towers, man, all these different towers. Remember when they had us, everyone was in a lockdown, and conveniently, they just rolled out a massive operation of just erecting these towers, man. Okay? Alright, people were lining up to take the VAX now. We don't even know what's laying dormant inside of people, man. People just dropping dead out of nowhere. Oh yeah, his heart just blew up, or blood clots, or whatever, man. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had them up. But you see, when you say these things and you harp on information like this, you just look like you sound like a crazy person. Because the average peon out there, they don't believe in nothing. All they believe is in partying and having fun and having their attention diverted. As long as they can watch the game, as long as they can watch the next football match or boxing or whatever, which we watch those things from time to time, but to be all up in it, worshipping these false idols, you got to be, come on, man, like, there's people out there that actually worship the sports. Come on, man. And going on like, the Roman amphitheater, during the time of Titus, man, he had 100 days of games, right, to stop the people from revolting. And people don't even know this. Where that goes back. And we're in the second leg of the Roman Empire, man. Okay, Titus, who was the son of Vespasian. And then his brother came up and ruled after him, Domitian. But even to this day, you have something called the Ark of Titus, where that's a celebration of them taking us down. All right, you had the diaspora, and we had to flee throughout different parts of the world, right? Where you were 66 to 70 AD and that. Okay, so listen, man, we're the chosen people, bro. And ultimately, man, Esau wants to chip everybody. Okay, and he's trying to play the Most High. And really what he's trying to do is get his birthright back. All right, because he knows that, hey, come on, man, he got supplanted. Esau got supplanted by our forefather Jacob, man. We got the birthright, man, and it was set up in the spirit. See, this devil's hurt, though he sought it carefully with tears. So all of this electronically tagging and that and whatever, the digital this is all a plan. Okay? All of this polluting the food that we eat, the music that you Jakes are listening to, full of drug taking and gun toting and, you know, adultery committing and, you know, the R&B singing and, you know, all of that, you know, taking another man's woman. What was that? Trey Songz, it's Mr. Steal Your Girl. I mean, what the fuck, bro? Our people are through. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. That used to be the thing that he used to say. It's Mr. Steal Your Girl, man. All right? So anyway, look, you can read the rest of these articles for yourself, man. You know, all you got to type in is, EID tags for cows, and then go to the news tab, and it will come. It's all up on the Google. So we got to watch, man. We got to watch as well as pray. All right? So it says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you ain't going to be able to do any form of transaction, man, unless you have that chip. And that's why, hey, we got to trust in Yahweh B'Ashem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Because they're about to move with that great wrath. And the scripture says, they shall be like madmen sparing none. We're at the end, all right? And yeah, you might just say, yeah, but that's just cows, man. I mean, you know, that's just cow. Listen, bro, they call you goyim. They call you cattle. So they're looking to fucking tag you up. They want to electronically tag your ass. Like the conversation with Nick Rockefeller and Aaron Russo that he was telling Alex Jones about the chip. They want to chip the people. And then Alex Jones said total control. And that's it. They want total control because they're trying to play the Most High. All right? Was there scriptures on that? What, 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter? All right? In fact, let's close out on that one. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right? He's talking about these Edomites, man. Them Romans. Okay? It says, and this is the second leg of the Roman Empire. Then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. In fact, let's start from verse 4. That's the point that I wanted to get. Right? It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. You see? So Esau, man, he wants to play the Most High. That's why he wants to tag everybody. He wants to know exactly, he wants to be able to upload thoughts into your head, make your limbs move and do things that you don't want them to do. You know, that's total control. You get out of line, he can just switch, you know, turn your chip off. You can't buy, you can't sell. All right, he'll have, you know, have you by the balls, so to speak, you know. And these women, man, a lot of these women, come on, man, they're the weaker vessel. A lot of these women, they're going straight up. Because a lot of these women, they're getting taken care of by Esau already. You know, the welfare program and that, which that's being cut off slowly, which that's all by design. You see, he's gone straight to the weaker vessel. So a lot of these women, they're going to be getting weaker. And guess what? They got men with them. Oh, come on, they might as well just remember them prophet. They were out there telling us about the chip. Yeah, but we need to eat. What about the children? Then guys are going to be getting weak. Oh, fuck it. I got the chip, you know? So this is going to be happening. Everyone's going to have to be tested. The hour of temptation, man. Okay? So that's all. I'm going to leave it there. And I pray it was edifying. You know? Hey, we're at the end. Hey, much tribulation to enter into the kingdom. All right? Shalom to the hopeful elect.